Yo, what is going on? I'm Fluid Roman, and I'm here with my brother.
Hey guys, it's Sergio.
Today we're going to be reviewing Rampage Coffee, one of Fluid's sponsors. We haven't tried any of the coffee yet, but we're really excited. My brother is a coffee connoisseur, right?
Yep, big enthusiast.
Big enthusiast. He has his own little coffee station, which I'll show you guys in a sec. Thank you, Rampage Coffee, for sponsoring this video, and be sure to use code FLUID for 10% off in their store. All right, Serge, so what do we have here on the table?
So, looks like we get 4 different coffees. We get 2 medium roasts and what look like 2 dark roasts, which is just gonna be a stronger, bolder flavor. On the lightest side, we got what they have named Riot. Medium roast, probably typical Starbucks type coffee that you would just have on a day-to-day basis. They also give a C4, which they call Smooth Extreme, maybe a lighter roast still. And then Code Black, which is gonna be what people normally call a French roast. That's just gonna be a dark coffee that's smooth, but still almost smoky. And then lastly, their Full Force, which is espresso flavor. It's not really espresso, because espresso is how you make a coffee, but it'll taste like that same drink.
I thought espresso was like a certain kind of coffee.
No, espresso coffee is made from the coffee grinds, but espresso is made from the exact same grind, except it's made under high pressure. So when you go to Starbucks and they crank up that huge machine, it's pressurizing the water to squeeze through the grinds.
And that makes it more concentrated?
It makes it more concentrated, but it also has, usually no matter what coffee bean you use, it's gonna have a similar flavor. So you can get that flavor now in just a bean form, a normal coffee.
The more you know. And then we also have some of their chocolate. It's with raw cocoa. It's a chocolate bar, coffee infused. So it's 70% cocoa, and I guess the rest is coffee bean. Organic, sustainable, ethical. Which one do you want to start with?
Probably you should start with the lighter one.
The lighter one, work our way up?
Yeah, darker one is gonna stick to the taste buds a little better. So okay. We'll start light and work our way up.
Okay, we're gonna go 1 cup at a time. I also have to mention I won't be drinking any coffee myself because I'm having problems with my throat/voice, and caffeine actually makes my throat go like this, makes it tighten, and that really sucks. So I won't be able to taste any, but I'll be smelling them, and I'm based off his descriptions, I'm gonna try to pick my favorite one, and then he's also gonna pick his favorite one at the end too. So be sure to stay tuned. All right, so we got our first blend. What do you call it? Blend? No.
Just coffee, our first flavor.
Our first flavor, right? Let me go ahead and smell it real quick. Again, I'm sorry guys, I can't taste the coffee. But that's why my brother's here. It smells really good. Whenever I do drink coffee, I do drink it black, and I'm pretty used to like the darker stuff. I can tell this one's pretty medium. It smells really good.
Yeah, it smells pretty good.
I'm gonna give it a try. Initial thoughts?
That's really good.
Yeah?
It's not in a bad way, but it's not anything crazy. It doesn't have any notes of fruit. It doesn't have any kind of citrus taste to it, which isn't bad. It's just, yeah, a traditional cup of coffee. This would be what you would start every single day off on, no matter what. It's a solid cup, and by all means, a good cup of coffee.
Yeah. You think for someone like me, for instance, that doesn't have caffeine often, you think it would be a little stronger?
No, it is almost, so this type of coffee in what I would call premium coffee world is like your Folgers of the bunch. So it's something that your mom and dad would also have, but they just wouldn't understand.
It's like a good base.
Yeah, a good base, a good foundation for coffee. It's just, a lot of people might not care that it's premium, and because it doesn't taste like anything crazy. It doesn't taste juicy. It doesn't have a citrusy or fruity finish to it. So,
but when you know your stuff, you can tell it's like a good.
Oh yeah,
good
I would drink this daily. This would be refreshing, and this would be a solid way to start the day.
All right, we're gonna move on to the next one. You wanna go to C4?
Let's do it.
We're gonna move on to C4. We're on to coffee number 2, C4. Let me give it a good sniff. Again, this one is different. It's similar to the Riot Blend. Blend? I keep saying blend. Why don't I say blend?
I don't know.
That's not a coffee thing? Blend?
I mean, coffee blends are a thing, but not in the way they sure. Just keep going with blend.
Okay. This one smells like Riot, but a little more complicated, like a couple more steps to it.
Yeah, it has similar smell, a little different, nutty almost. Still lighter in color, still medium roast. It's a little lighter in just body, and it's nutty and bordering on having some fruity tones to it. So nothing that tastes like berries or anything like that yet, but it's just a lighter coffee, and so it just doesn't feel as full as the first cup that we tried, the Riot. Not to say that it's a bad cup of coffee, it's more of a spring, summer cup of coffee. Something that would lighten up the day, but I wouldn't have it every single day just because it's too light for my taste.
Would you say like it's kind of to top off, because you like to have coffee after you eat in the middle of the day or like lunch?
Yeah.
Would you say like it's a good kind of coffee to have after a meal?
It is a good post-meal coffee. That's a good way to put it. A good hot coffee to have with your dessert, whereas the first one would have been a good coffee to have as your dessert, where it's just nice and fulfilling on its own. This one would pair nicely with the dessert or something like that, or something on the side with it too. So
pretty interesting.
Yeah, not.
Is this one darker than the first one, or just about as light?
So they're the same roast level, which is going to be medium, but the actual consistency, I would say it's smoother. So it's not darker. It's the same roast level. It has the same kind of intensity as the first one. It's just going to go down smoother because the flavor profile is different, which makes it a lot easier to digest.
So that's what makes it lighter in a way.
Yeah.
Even though it's not
So
lighter.
that's why on their description, on their little bag, it says extreme smooth or something like that, and they nailed it.
I feel like
They completely got what they were aiming for. Super smooth cup of coffee, but in order to get that, you do have to incorporate different flavor profiles. But yeah, it's a good cup.
Okay, so far between the two, which one would you go for?
So personal preference, cup 1 is gonna be hands down what I always go for. Yeah. So cup 2, nothing wrong with it. Just not.
It's not your thing.
Not my preference. Yeah.
Not your preference.
It's marginally different. So I'd say cup 1 on a scale of 1 to 10 in my eyes is a solid 8.
Okay.
This one is a 7.
That's pretty good.
Yeah, so they're neck and neck.
Still pretty good.
They're very, very high quality coffees though. You know, this isn't your instant freeze dried coffee. They're both really good in flavor profile.
Awesome. Yeah, they both sound, even though they're simple, like really bare bones, they both sound really good. Like just really complex coffee, you know, not like your basic like Folgers and stuff like that.
Yeah, definitely.
That's awesome.
Code Black is a nice name. It just sounds dope. Like starting every morning with Code Black.
Yeah, it's pretty.
Like covert ops.
I like their whole theme, like kind of badass.
Yeah, their aesthetic is nice.
Yeah. It smells like so deep. Like the smell is really, really deep. Like I don't think I would be able to drink this. Like normally, I don't think I can drink this. It smells really, really dark. How does it taste? So
they didn't get rid of the acidity. There's some acidity there, but that's expected with a darker roast. It's still very smooth. It's not gritty. It doesn't have a lot of smoky tastes to it. So one of the biggest flavor profiles of dark roast that I've experienced is tobacco, which isn't bad. Tobacco in coffee can be pretty pleasant, and this one has just a slight hint of it, but it's almost fruity. So it's not bad. It's a pretty good cup. It's more for people who like a hearty cup of coffee. So, you know, I'm talking about the taste of tobacco. If you like something that kind of stays the aftertaste to stay after you take a sip of coffee or finish your cup of coffee, and you know, kind of like smoking a Cuban cigar where you just like the flavor of, or it's for the flavor of the smoke in your mouth. It's the same concept. It's the taste lingers, it stays in your mouth, and it's good. It's a subtle flavor that I think, yeah, it's an impressive dark roast. I'll give them that.
Dang. Yeah, I feel like I've had dark coffees, but this one I feel like takes the cake. Like it seems super dark. I smelled it and my brain kind of opened up. Like I'm on the verge of a headache, but not yet, not quite there. So far, how just between the first three, there seems to be a pretty good spectrum, like pretty good like options, and there's like very specific differences between all three. Like we had Riot, which was like a really good standard for your normal coffee. Then you had C4, which was like a little smoother, kind of fruity, nuttier blend. And now you have your really dark blend for people who are into that, and they're all just like really different. It's really good to have that kind of variety.
Agreed.
And now we're gonna go try the last one, he's gonna try it, the Espresso Blend.
Oh,
Blend. We're on the last flavor. This is gonna be the, what's this called?
Espresso.
This is the Espresso Blend, which is called
Espresso Blend. I don't remember. They're full force.
Let's see what it smells like. A little swirl.
So it sounds like they're wanting this to be used for espresso, not trying to catch the espresso flavor. So that's good.
This one kind of has like a hint of vanilla to the smell. Do you get that vanilla smell too? You know, something.
Yeah,
something sweet, right?
Yeah, it's sweeter, that's for sure. Yeah, so you can tell this is meant to be put through an espresso machine because it is extremely light. It doesn't have a very strong flavor. In an espresso machine, it would have a very, very good flavor, very solid flavor.
And so what would you rate that one out of 10?
It's got to be out of 6 for me.
Wow.
It just doesn't have, in a traditional brewing method, it doesn't have a lot of flavor. It does not have, they didn't include, you know, notes of fruit or any kind of nuttiness to it, but that was on purpose. It's the intention for what it's being used for, and that description I think said it all, that if you stick it in an espresso machine, you're gonna have a very strong flavor.
You think it would taste better, or you would enjoy it more if you made it with an espresso machine?
Oh yeah, espressos. Yeah, espressos are great. That's a whole other world of coffee too, espresso. And I mean, this might be even taste different in a French press. Like, it's endless possibilities with coffee.
So really quick, before we taste the chocolate, your personal favorite between the four. We had Riot, C4, this one Full Force, and then also Cold Black.
Sure. So rankings from favorite to least favorite are gonna be Riot. That'd be my daily driver.
Riot.
Oh yeah. If I went camping, that'd be in my backpack. If they ever make a instant coffee version of it, I'll probably scoop one of those up. Rampage, if you're watching this, make a instant coffee already.
Instant coffee.
So I can put it in my apocalypse prepare kit. Followed up by, honestly, it's gonna have to be Code Black, because aside from the name getting me, it was a good cup. Code Black, followed by C4, and then lastly the Full Force, the espresso. Okay. Which maybe I'll get an espresso machine to try it out again. But
so these coffees are all part of the Rampage starter kit, and I think they honestly nailed it in the head. Like with this being the starter kit, I think with all 4 of these coffees, it's a very good spectrum of whether you are already into coffee or you're just getting into coffee. I'd say it's just a really good variety. I was really excited to try the chocolate out. It has caffeine in it, and honestly, for smelling those coffees, my throat kind of doesn't feel too great.
Good stuff, man. So it's sweetened with organic Canadian maple syrup.
Ooh, sounds good.
Oh, it is.
That's cool packaging. That kind of reminds me of like military packaging.
Yeah, I was thinking that. Very dark smell. Very good smell. You want to smell it?
Yeah. Ooh, it smells good. We like dark chocolate too. What, are you getting another taste out of it?
At first I was worried that it was the coffee I was tasting, but I'm realizing it's the maple syrup. So maple syrup isn't Aunt Jemima's. It's not, you know, honey that you would put on your pancakes normally. It's a very specific syrup. It's not bad, but it has a very distinct taste, so.
Rate the chocolate overall. You like it?
Good flavor, not my preference, mainly because of the maple syrup. I'm not a fan of sweets.
That's true.
I'll do, yeah, like some breads and things like that, but candy
Sweet
itself,
bread.
yeah, sweet bread, muffins and stuff like that, but candy itself,
not so much.
I'm very
Do you
boring.
think I would like it? Because I do like sweets.
Yeah,
You
I think
like
so.
it?
Yeah, I think
I like it too.
yeah, it's got a good solid flavor.
Thank you again, Fluid and Rampage, for hooking us up with this starter kit. Whenever my throat heals up, I'll totally be on this coffee, just killing it, helping my brother knock it out, and also the chocolate. Overall, amazing quality from the products. Be sure to check out Rampage Coffee. Their website will be in the description below. And yeah, guys, we'll see you later. Peace out.
Bye.